interesting that Quins have put Marcus Smith out at 13 for this. I think it makes sense, doesn't it? You're expecting 8 or 12, 8 coming off the base with 12 in tow, and to put Andre and Luke
Stay square, lads. Fight to stay square. 9. Stay square, fight.
Makes its way to the back.
8. It's there.
Morgan. Banahan up against Esterhazen, as predicted by Aaron Morris alongside me, and Quins have done well. They've picked the pocket. Kerr looks across the field. The kick is almost backwards. Brown has to go for it. He chucks it back in field. Caden Murley, Morphmore juggles with it. It's all the circus skills at the moment for Harlequins.
That's the advantage over, lads, as well. Clear option.
Kerr into Lamb. Thought about the pass, then put his shoulder into it. Kerrod on the decoy run. Chisholm tackled well. Smith this time. Esterhazen, bullet of a pass out to his South African counterpart Tyrone Green. Does well. Grabs an extra metre or so. More big tackles coming in from the defensive line in white. Gloucester, but Smith will force it. Brown, lovely offload from Brown. This could work. Murley, Northmore, that is it. Opening score for Harlequins.
Fantastic phase play there. Mike Brown made great yardage, and then a lovely little offload to Caden. Burners on the edge, and then lovely 2-on-1 put away for Luke.
Only Charles Piatow has made more offloads than Mike Brown, and it used to be a joke that Mike Brown didn't used to pass the ball. He is playing such good rugby at the moment, Mike Brown.
Oh yeah, fantastic. I mean, he's so consistent, and yeah, he's always looking when he carries to get the ball away, and look, we can see the fruits of that there.
Luke Northmore back in the team, and I think by my records, him and Caden Murley without a try so far this season, but he rights that wrong and slides into the corner at the Twickenham stoop.
And that all started from a really great first phase defence by Andre off the scrum. They went 8-12, like I said, and it made perfect sense for them to put the 12 there, and made a dominant shot, got the turnover, and then 5-0.
Luke Northmore in the same Cardiff Met University side as Alex Dombrandt. That must have been fun, turning up to play University of Rugby against those two. Kick from Marcus Smith just slides by the left hand upright, and it is just a 5-point lead at the moment, but it's all hands to the pump. Everyone seemingly involved, and everyone seemingly on the same page in Harlequins colours at the moment. George Barton.
Good work.
A couple of times already this season in the 10 shirt, seems to be growing in confidence. That's worked for Gloucester, that's bounced into their hands. They get an opportunity now. Garvey, the bold pate of the former Bath and London Irish man. Barton again, choosing the weapon. Sharples steps back. Sharples not held, gets up and goes again. Eventually told to lie back down and recycle the ball. Inside pass to Ruskin, and they work it. Garvey buys an extra couple of yards. Big pass out. Trinder puts the ball through. Brown is going to try and watch it.
22, lads.
He's escorted into touch by Jack Clement. Sorry, Freddie Clark it was, doing the good work there. Just a sign here that Harlequins aren't going to have it all their own way this afternoon.
No, definitely showed the appetite to play from Gloucester there. Went off 10 off an edge, and Charlie Sharples made good yards after the tackle.
Sharples again underneath it. Veteran performer. And runs down Will Evans' corridor. You don't get much change out of Will Evans at the moment. Tackles, jackals. You'll steal your dinner before you've sat down.
3 Quins offside.
What?
3 Quins was offside there.
Trinder, more big, large men lying in wait in Harlequins colours. But
offside. No, let me give you a mark. I need to give you a mark, Charlie.
Yeah.
Early go from Charlie, and he puts his head to the skies as if to suggest, but you have to go from the mark.
Thank you.
Barton will kick down the touchline.
Yeah, I think Quins would just be a little bit disappointed. Them first 2 defensive sets, they're getting great line speed, but just not finishing their tackles.
I think you know your answer there, yeah?
It's a good kick into the corner. Talk about that. Just explain what you mean by finishing your tackle, because some people might not know.
Yeah. Just, if you look at that one with Charlie Sharples, where they went out the back, we got great line speed. Quins got great line speed, got high off the edge, and then had two men in the tackle. But
6 man, 6.
However, Charlie Sharples managed to get them extra yards.
Lads holding the 10s.
Ethan Hunt finds his man at the
It's not straight.
but he isn't straight. And disappointingly,
please, Quins. It's not straight.
Speaking to a few Gloucester
scrum call, lads, okay?
Knowing heads, they did suggest that maybe that was an area Ethan Hunt just needs to work on. Huge amounts of his game, really positive. Line out certainly, but then you can pick out a few hookers in the Premiership whose line out arrows need a little bit of work. There he is, Ethan Hunt. Used to be a ball boy at King's Home, alongside George Barton, who he's playing with this afternoon. These are nice stories, nice character stories coming out. Always been a King's Home man, always been a shed head. And now in the front row for his beloved club.
Stand up.
Probably used to give you our hookers the wet ball.
No, it's less chat by you guys, more by me.
You know when you're at King's Home, you get plenty of abuse from the stands, and you're getting a greasy ball from the ball boys.
If we don't get stability, balance and space, it'll be free kicks, fellas. Very simple. So clear, nice and slow. So I am slowing this down now, so wait for it, please. Go, fast, go. Let's put him down. Come on, 8. Come on, 8.
Yeah, 7 of this Gloucester squad were playing in the Under-18 Academy final back in 2018-2019 versus Leicester. And whilst they might be young, they do know each other, which will lend a little bit of confidence. Esterhazen, space for him, that long rangy run of his, open pasture. How has he found that path? Dombrandt grabs it one-handed. Murley, man on the run is Northmore. Northmore is in behind them. Runners, Northmore looks one way, then the other, just needs to find the offload, goes to ground instead. Kerr pushing people out the way. Smith again. They've broken them. Here it feels like it. Harlequins in behind. Chisholm lining up more offloads. Evans tumbles through the gap. Brown, Dombrandt, how's about this? The offloading, the handiwork from the Harlequins there for everyone to see. Esterhazen to the line, gets about 3 or 4 Gloucester men for company.
Shot.
Kerr again, they've just got to almost select their weapon, you feel. Slowed down. Kerr pings it out. Brown again, and there is the try. In a flash, Harlequins are able to undo your coat and take your wallet out.
Wow, that's some try. End-to-end stuff. Andre, off that exit scrum, just made incredible yards, and then when the ball's quick, probably Quins are one of the most dangerous teams in the league.
He's fast, isn't he? I mean, I know he's going to be fast, but he's fast.
He's just a nightmare to defend against, I imagine. This line from Luke Northmore, fantastic. Beats Charlie Sharples here.
Lovely presence of mind. Everyone on the same page. It looks furious, it looks fast, but seemingly everyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think in them situations, what we're kind of trying to find is not being too hamstrung by shape and just boys reacting, and that's what lads were doing fantastically well there.
How difficult is that to practice?
It is, but it's often your nature to kind of see this space and go there, and not to try and overthink it is something that we're really getting encouraged to do.
Marcus Smith with the extra points. 5 points turns into 12. Mike Brown, big smile on the former England man's face. He's happy, and that man, as I said before, we mentioned him, he's delivering. Great take from Mike Brown. Bit of attention in the air, came down. He's asked for TMO intervention. Chisholm.
Okay, thanks, advantage. Penalty only. In the air. Agree. In the air.
Yeah, Brown taken out there. You're a fullback. How much skill is there in almost buying that penalty? I know it sounds cynical, but there is a skill in holding yourself as high as you can.
Yeah, I suppose you know as a 15 that you're safest when you are in the air. And when you've got a stampede of bodies coming to hit you, to stay up for as long as possible kind of protects you a little bit. And if they get their timing wrong, it's obviously a penalty for your team.
Joe Gray, the list Northampton Saints and Saracens, his former clubs, of course, spent an 8-year stint here at the Stoop originally. Esterhazen again challenging large men in the centre. He is up for it, as they say. Ken, brilliant hands, lovely work down the corridor. Caden Murley is going to skate free, and it looks easy, but it's because they're playing so well, Aaron Morris.
That was fantastic. Yeah, like you said, Andre just giving us such great gain line off first phase, and then we're just playing on top of them, and that was beautiful hands on the edge there by Chisholm, Smith, Tyrone and Brownie.
Caden Murley gallops into open pasture. A try for him, a meat pie for him. And beautifully soft hands, presence of mind. It's all working. Quins are all smiles at the moment.
Yeah, good to go. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'll go that side as well. I think he's still a bit,
Pretty much a point a minute at the moment, Aaron Morris. That's quite pleasing.
Yeah, Quins will be absolutely thrilled with how they start after a couple of near misses of that off the maul defence in the first few minutes. It's got fast and loose, just how we like it, and fantastic.
I'm looking through the notes. It says he's just only missed 5 times this season, and in this game he's missed twice. It seems as though it's a bit harsh drawing attention to it, but Marcus Smith normally maybe just not in the kicking zone at the moment. Still plenty of time.
He's been metronomic this season so far, so I won't hold it against him.
Barton restarts, same deal. Brown underneath it. Chisholm to the floor.
Okay, use it, please.
The exit is going to be provided by the boot of Danny Kerr. It's going to stay in field. Sharples is underneath this. Tyrone Green scampers into his eye line. Balmain. Gloucester needs some ball, need a foothold, a toe hold in this game.
Come on! It's stolen
By Quins again. And they've got to reorganise themselves quickly. Quins sniffing once again. Brown, it's almost a carbon copy. Banahan has managed to rescue it for Gloucester. Morgan. But they are 40 yards backwards. Barton this time thinks he sees a bit of a gap. Murley with a almost soccer-esque control. Now he's running. Esterhazen again gets rid of Morgan. Titanic.
Dan, come on.
Kerr again.
The ball's there.
Out the back. Northmore.
Come off.
You feel that Quins are just waiting to strike. Into touch, Tyrone Green is pushed.
10's just threw the ball over the Hordens. Number 10's just tapped the ball over the advertising.
That's an easy penalty for them. Okay, try and put your Gloucester hat on. What do Gloucester do now with the game the way it is? What would you suggest that Gloucester want from this game at the moment?
Well, yeah, it's a tough start for them. I think a lot of the success that Quins have had so far is underpinned by that quick ball off the first phase. So they've really got to try and have a more successful tackle off the first phase and try and slow the ball down a little bit, because once the ball's quick, it's so hard with Kerr and Smith running and we're getting it to space on the edge.
Okay, lads, no more hold. Okay.
Ethan Hunt. line out. Freddie Clark off the top. Chapman and Barton combine. Tackle comes in. Ball knocked into the backfield. Sharples has gone after it.
No attempt at catching the ball.
Hunt to Barton. Barton tackled just before he knocked the ball through.
So it's deliberate knock on the 10.
They're going to go back for the penalty there.
I don't believe so, no. Penalty only is right for me.
So where's the mark here?
Just that tempo there.
Nigel Carrick, our TMO, intervening.
No.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Towards this side of the pitch, mate.
Halfway line?
No, towards this side of the pitch.
Sorry.
You're on the 10.
Let me just make sure we're on the mark.
Come towards this side of the pitch.
Sorry, here, lads. I'm good here, sorry. It's here. Thank you, sorry.
I'm sure you'll have sympathies with Harlequins there. So it looked difficult, high speed, tricky.
Yeah, no, that's always difficult. As a winger, they're coming in to make a man and ball tackle, but I don't think there was much intent there from Caden. But
don't get a full picture, do you?
We understand that's the rules.
Yeah, thanks. How
It is a good one to disguise, though, isn't it? If you can do it. Line out spoilt by Quins. They can't kick this directly out. Smith does look downfield.
Yep.
And Sharples is going to be called into action.
Put him on! Put him
Seabrook
on!
is going to kick it and chase it.
One white moving forward. One white.
One white, always advancing. One white, offside.
Great job in the line-up there by Dino Lamb.
Here, John?
You may not have seen him play too much, but he is one of the best athletes you could imagine. And his speed off the ground there was phenomenal to get a really important steal for Quins.
Not advance and try and be put onside.
Yeah, just recently renewed his contract here at this club. And, you know, huge pedigree at England under-20 level out of the Cranley School. And as you see there, key right-hand paw. Now that changes things. They're into the Gloucester half for Quins.
Backs, lads. Marcus, hold, mate. Wait.
Don Brandt at the front. Quick ball though. Gray thought about distributing it and left it. Simmons.
Okay, use it.
Another man who's signed a new contract, Simon Kerrod.
Thanks, mate.
Working as part of a relatively brand new front row. And a bit of space here for Chisholm. Chisholm going to try some footwork. Danny Kerr for the line. Riding shotgun, Danny Kerr. And once again, Harlequins are able to spring the trap.
Wow, yeah. The boys are on fire. Luke Northmore, a really tough line into a set D there, and then James Chisholm just with the awareness goes pick through the ruck, and then Danny Kerr doing what he does, always sniffing around for second touches. Great finish.
I know many say that Danny Kerr's England ship has sailed, but he could still do a job, couldn't he?
100%, yeah. You know what you're going to get from him. His consistency and his ability to get in them positions, increase tempo in the game, and be sniffing around for tries is unmatched.
His half-back partner stonks it through the posts. Another full complement, and this game is in danger of getting very quickly away from Gloucester.